G'day, mate. Come closer and let your guardian angel's energy wrap around you right now. They've got a really clear message for you today, a truth that's been hanging about, but maybe you haven't quite twigged to it yet. There's someone specific on your mind, someone whose absence has left a bit of a hole in your heart. Even though they're not around, they still take up a fair bit of space in your life. The angels want you to know, without a shadow of a doubt, that the feeling's totally mutual. This person isn't just thinking of you, they're constantly reliving memories where your image, your voice, and the feeling of your energy pop up at the most unexpected times. The longing they feel isn't just a fleeting or shallow emotion. Nah, it's turned into a strong, persistent undercurrent, pulling them back to everything you two shared. They might be trying their absolute best to act normal, keeping busy with work, mates, new routines, putting on a brave face like life's just carried on as usual. But the angels are showing me what happens when the lights go out and the quiet of the night sets in. It's in those still moments when there are no more distractions to drown out the heart's voice that the truth comes crashing down with overwhelming force. The fact that you're not there becomes almost tangible, an invisible presence making them question every decision that took them away from you. Ever noticed how some coincidences in your life aren't really coincidences at all? Truth is, the universe has been working overtime to show this person what they've missed out on. They might be driving along, and all of a sudden, that song, your song, comes on the radio, the one that seemed long forgotten. Or maybe they catch a familiar scent in the air that for a split second takes them right back to a moment with you. These aren't accidents. They're little nudges from the universe, gentle yet powerful reminders that the connection between you two is still humming along, alive and strong, no matter the physical distance. What I'm about to tell you next could completely change how you see this whole situation. The distance between you two right now wasn't caused by a lack of feeling. It was actually a result of too much of it. This person found themselves facing an emotion so intense, so real, it scared the living daylights out of them. They weren't ready for how deep their feelings for you ran, for how you could see right into their soul, for the vulnerability that connection called for. Pulling away was a defense mechanism, a desperate attempt to get back control over a heart they felt they were giving away too quickly, too completely. They were genuinely scared of the intensity of the love they felt. And now, during this time apart, their biggest fear has become their daily reality, an emptiness no other person or experience can fill. Every attempt to move on, every new face they meet, just acts like a mirror reflecting an inconvenient truth. No one's quite like you. No one has your spark, your understanding, your knack for making them feel right at home. Before we go on, chuck this mantra in the comments. I deserve an abundant and prosperous life. Right, back to the message. The angels want you to get your head around the complex internal battle this person is fighting. On one side, there's this overwhelming longing and a genuine urge to reach out to you, to hear your voice, to try and fix things. On the other, there's wounded pride and a paralyzing fear. Fear it's too late. Fear you've already moved on and found someone else. Fear that if they do try to get close again, they'll hear the words they dread most, that their shot's gone. This internal conflict has them stuck. They want to act, but they just can't. Their heart's pushing them towards you, but their mind, full of what-ifs, keeps pulling them back to the safety of distance. What they don't realize is that this safety is a bit of a mirage, and it's costing them their peace of mind. They're not at peace. The angels are showing their days as a string of emotional ups and downs. There are times they feel strong, convinced pulling away was the right call, but those moments are flimsy and quickly fade, making way for deep melancholy, a sense of regret that's slowly eating away at their soul. They're constantly wondering how you are, what you've been up to. If you still think of them with the same intensity, they're looking for signs, clues, anything that might give them a bit of hope that the door isn't completely shut. This message has landed with you at just the right time. But you need to grasp the depth of what's happening in the spiritual realm to act wisely. What's being set up for you too is a reunion. But it can only happen when both your hearts are ready for the truth. No masks, no fear. And this person's preparation is really ramping up now. The longing is getting so unbearable that pretty soon they'll be forced to choose between staying in this state of quiet anguish or risking it all for a chance to have you back. But that's not the whole story. There's something even deeper going on behind the scenes spiritually, an alignment being put together to bring this situation to a head. All right, mate, let's dig a bit deeper into what the angels are showing me about this person's heart, because the truth in there is the key to everything that's coming. The longing they feel has gone beyond just missing your company. It's become a real need for your energy, your very essence. The angels are showing me they feel completely drained, like a vital part of themselves was ripped out when they pulled away from you. They're trying to find that spark elsewhere, in other activities. But it's a fruitless search, because the source of light that truly nourished their soul was yours. This realization is starting to surface, not as a logical thought, but as a deep, undeniable feeling in their chest. It's a constant restlessness, a feeling that something fundamental is missing, and no matter how hard they look, they can't find it anywhere else. This person is figuring out, the hard way, that your connection wasn't just ordinary. It wasn't just a relationship. It was a meeting of souls, a mutual recognition that only happens a few times in a lifetime. And the awareness of what they let go of is becoming an almost unbearable weight to carry. They made the mistake of believing they could find something similar somewhere else, that your energy could be replaced. Now, reality is hitting them hard, showing them that your light is unique and irreplaceable in their life. There's something pretty important you need to know about their behavior. They might be sending out mixed signals. One minute, they could seem cold, distant, maybe even chucking up stuff on social media that makes it look like they've moved on and are happy as Larry. But the angels want you to look past that facade. These actions are, in actual fact, a disguised cry for help. They're trying to convince themselves they're all right, but also, unconsciously, they're testing the waters. They want to see if you react, if you show you still care. It's immature behavior, born out of fear and insecurity, but it shows just how lost they are without you. They're in a real tug-of-war with themselves. Every step they try to take forward towards a new life is met with 2 steps back, towards the memories you built together. The angels are showing that they hold onto objects, photos, messages. In their weakest moments, they revisit these memories like someone searching for an oasis in the desert. She rereads old chats, trying to find clues about where things went wrong, hoping to relive the joy and completeness she only felt with you. This secret habit is her escape, but also her cage, keeping her stuck in a past she chose to leave, but can't break free from. Now, before we go on, type 777 in the comments to call in spiritual help and the clarity the universe is sending your way right now. This number signifies inner wisdom and spiritual good fortune by your side. If this message resonates and brings peace to your soul, consider leaving a tip via the thanks button. Your support, no matter how small, is a seed of light that helps us keep sharing these words of comfort and hope with more people who need guidance. Your generosity comes back to you multiplied in blessings. Continuing the message, the angels highlight that the universe is working to bring the truth to light. The denial phase is ending for this person. She's being confronted with her true feelings in ways she can't brush off anymore. It might be a vivid dream about you, so real she wakes with a tight chest and a sense of your presence in the room. Or a chat with a mate who, without knowing anything, says something that hits home, making her see the silliness of her pulling away. Synchronicities are ramping up, signs are getting clearer. Her own soul is cornering her, crying out for the only connection that made her feel whole. The longing is turning into action. The passive energy of regret is giving way to an active need for amends. She's sick of feeling this emptiness, sick of pretending everything's all right. It's no longer if she'll reach out, but when. And that when is coming sooner than you think, as internal pressure is hitting a critical point. Get your heart ready, dear soul, because unexpected contact is on its way. It'll come out of the blue, when you least expect it, and it'll have the power to turn your world upside down. The question the angels pose for you to ponder is, when this person reappears, heart in hand, will you be ready to hear the truth behind their silence? Dear soul, the angels are guiding me to shed light on a crucial part of this situation you might not have fully grasped yet. The distance this person created isn't just a reflection of their personal fears, but also a mirror of your own personal development. Have you stopped to think how much you've changed since they pulled away? This separation, while it brought moments of doubt, was a hidden gift from the universe for you. It was a precious time that allowed you to rediscover your own strength, independence, and most importantly, your immense worth. You learned to be your own best company, to nurture your own happiness without relying on someone else's validation or presence. Your energy has shifted. It's become brighter, more magnetic, more self-centered in a good way. And this new vibe you're giving off is precisely what's drawing this person back with an irresistible pull. She's not just missing the woman you were, but is powerfully drawn to the woman you've become. She senses, even from afar, that you're not the same. She notices a new self-assurance in you, an inner peace that wasn't there before and that intrigues and fascinates her. The truth is, for love to mature and last, both people need to be whole within themselves. The universe allowed this time apart so you could heal from any emotional dependence, and so she could finally realize her happiness wasn't in running away, but in having the guts to stay. This person is starting to get that the issue was never you. It was always within her. It was her own insecurities, past hurts, and inability to accept such a pure and true love that made her pull back. She projected her internal demons onto you and the relationship. Now, in the quiet of your absence, she's being forced to look inwards and face those demons. The longing she feels for you is actually a catalyst for her own healing. Every memory of you acts like a light, shining on a dark corner of her soul that needs attention. She's undergoing a spiritual awakening, and you were the earthly angel who kicked it off, even without knowing. Your importance in her life goes way beyond a romance. You were the one who broke down her walls, made her feel things she never thought possible, and by leaving, forced her to begin the most important reunion with herself. And it's only after this internal reunion that she'll have the maturity needed to approach you again properly, with honesty, integrity, and a truly open heart. Before we continue, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep creating meaningful content for you. People like you, seeking light and understanding, are why this work exists. Continuing the message, the angels want you to let go of any guilt or responsibility for her pulling away. There was nothing you could have done or said differently. Every soul has its own timing and lessons to learn. Her lesson was to learn to value what's real, and the only way to learn that was by experiencing loss. She needed to feel the emptiness to understand what truly filled her. She needed to experience darkness to appreciate your light. And you, dear soul, needed this time to strengthen yourself, to become the queen of your own world, so that when she returns, the relationship can be built on new foundations, not out of need, but mutual choice, of two whole beings choosing to walk together. What's coming isn't a rerun of the past. The universe doesn't do repeats, it does evolution. The person getting ready to return isn't the same one who left. just as you're not the same one who stayed. Both of you have been transformed by this experience. The big question the future holds is whether these two new versions of yourselves are still compatible and willing to write a new story together, letting go of what no longer serves. The angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 8. Type in the comments, "I receive the angel's energy. My lucky number is 8, and I am blessed. I send love and protection to the person I like and love very much." If this message touched your heart, show your support with a thanks and help spread this message of light to others who need it. The number 8 symbolizes balance, justice, and the return of what's rightfully yours. Be open to receiving. Dear soul, the angels are now guiding me to a very sensitive and powerful point. The power of forgiveness as the key to unlocking the future of this connection. Often, when someone pulls away, we're left with lingering hurt, confusion, and unanswered questions. Carrying that weight in your heart, even unconsciously, creates an energetic block that can stop new and positive things from happening, whether with this person or in other areas of your life. The universe is asking you to start a process of letting go, not for her, but for yourself. Forgiving isn't about agreeing with what went down or forgetting how you felt. It just means deciding to stop lugging around that emotional baggage from the past. It's a bit of self-care, a way of loving yourself that clears your energy and makes room for some peace. This person, as they're waking up to things, is grappling with a massive load of guilt. Deep down, they know their actions really hit you hard. That guilt is one of the biggest things stopping them from getting close again. They're worried about your judgment, about how hurt you are. They wonder if you could ever forgive them for how they took off, for the silence, for the mess they left behind. When you genuinely forgive, you send out a powerful wave of energy into the world, and that energy reaches them, even if you're not in touch. They might not get it logically, but they'll feel a lightness, a subtle ease, like a door that was locked is starting to open. Your forgiveness is the energetic green light they need to find the guts to come closer and ask for theirs. It's a quiet act of strength that can speed up the reunion. The angels reckon a little ritual might help. Find a quiet moment, close your eyes, and picture this person in front of you. Look them in the eye, not with anger, just with a bit of compassion for the mixed-up soul they were, and maybe still are. Tell them, in your head or softly aloud, "I get that you did the best you could with what you knew back then. I'm letting go of all the hurt and the need to understand why. I forgive you, and I set myself free. May peace be with you, and may peace be with me." Feel that heavy feeling lift from your chest, replaced by a soft, healing light. Do this whenever you feel the past weighing you down again. It's like looking after your inner garden, pulling out the weeds of hurt so the flowers of peace and love can bloom. In the comments, jot down a list of people, including yourself, you'd like to forgive. Picture each one, send them some love, and say, "I forgive you and I set you free. May peace be with you." And feel the lightness and freedom that comes with forgiving. Do this every day to strengthen your inner calm and let go of worry. To keep going with the message, the angels want you to know that true love has an amazing power to heal. Your connection wasn't broken by the distance. It just went into a bit of a dormant stage, waiting for the right time to bloom again in a more grown-up and aware way. The longing this person feels is their soul calling out for that healing. They've realized life without you has less color, less sparkle, less meaning. And that painful realization is the first step towards a real change. They don't want to go back to how things were. They want to come back to build something new, something built on the honesty and courage they lacked back then. They're learning that love isn't a power game or about control, but a dance of giving and trust. And they want a chance to dance that dance with you again, this time with surer steps and a wiser heart. Their return won't just be a love that's sorry, but a soul that's grown through the pain of being apart and now understands, much deeper down, the treasure they had. Be ready, because the universe is lining things up for this chance for healing and a fresh start to come your way. Your inner peace and your ability to forgive will be the foundations for whatever comes next. Good day, lovely soul. The message from the angels now is about how important timing is and trusting the bigger picture. There's a rhythm to the universe, a perfect beat for everything that happens, and your story with this person is no different. Anxiety and rushing things are the enemies of getting it just right. What's being woven for you both behind the scenes, spiritually speaking, is so delicate and important it can't be rushed. Every quiet day, every moment of waiting has a purpose. It's a time for things to mature, for both you and them. They're building up the courage needed to act. You're building up your patience and your faith. The angels ask that you don't mistake the universe's quietness for nothing happening. Quite the opposite. It's in the quiet that the biggest changes take place. Imagine a seed planted underground. On the surface, nothing seems to be going on. But in the dark, a whole life is forming. Roots are going deeper. A sprout is getting ready to break through the soil. That's how this connection is right now. On the surface of your everyday life, it might seem like everything's on hold, but in the unseen world of energy and intention, the roots of a reunion are getting stronger every day. This person is being guided bit by bit to step out of their comfort zone. The universe is setting up little events, meetings, and coincidences to gently nudge them your way. They might not consciously realize it, but their soul is responding to these calls. Their resistance is fading. The longing, which used to be a wave that came and went, has now become a constant ocean they're swimming in. They're drowning in thoughts of you, and pretty soon, the only option will be to swim towards you for air. Trust that they haven't forgotten you. Actually, you've become more present in their absence than you were when you were together. The memory of you both isn't fading, it's becoming idealized. They remember the good times with crystal clarity and are starting to forget the little imperfections that might have led to the split. Their heart is editing your story, focusing only on what was beautiful and true, and it's this idealized version that's pushing them to want to relive it all. But this time, the right way. They're realizing that the happiness they felt with you wasn't an illusion, but the most genuine state of their soul. What the angels want you to do during this waiting game is focus entirely on yourself. Keep watering yourself, nurturing yourself, blooming. The more you love yourself, the more magnetic your energy gets. It's not about doing it for them, it's for you. Your happiness is the strongest beacon you can light, and that beacon's light will guide them back home to your safe harbor. Don't put your life on hold waiting for them. Live fully, with joy and gratitude for everything you already are and everything you already have. That vibe of contentment is the highest frequency there is, and it draws everything that resonates with that same energy towards you, including a love that's ready to be lived to its fullest. The angels are looking after all the details. They're aligning the timings, getting hearts ready, and clearing the path. Your only job is to trust. Trust that what's meant for you will find a way to get to you at the exact right time. Not a minute too soon, not a minute too late. The waiting isn't an empty space, but a sacred time for getting ready. And when the time for reunion comes, you'll get why every second of waiting was worth it. Your story isn't over yet. It's just waiting for the perfect moment for a new, even better stage to begin. Believe that with all your heart, because faith is the power that moves the universe in your favor. Good day, lovely soul. The energy around this whole situation is heating up, and the angels are showing me we're getting close to a turning point. This person's inaction is about to break. The longing has hit a point where it can't just stay in her head. It's spilling over, turning into an urgent need to do something. You need to get what's going on with her right now. She's come to realize that life without you is a fair bit emptier. It's not just a feeling. It's something reality's been showing her day in, day out. Every attempt to fill the gap you left has fallen flat, only highlighting how unique your connection was. This realization is a bit scary for her, but also freeing, as it's pushing her to get off her backside. She's starting to see that the fear of being knocked back is less than the pain of endless regret. She'd rather take a punt and hear a no than spend the rest of her days wondering, what if? And that shift in perspective is the kick up the bum she needed to get moving. The spirits are showing she's planning to reach out. It won't be a spur-of-the-moment thing. Quite the opposite. She's putting a lot of thought into how to do it, the best way to approach you. She wants it to be special, to show how genuinely sorry she is. She might start with a simple message just to suss out the situation, see how you react. Or it could be more direct, an unexpected call, or even trying to see you face to face. No matter how it happens, that first contact will be full of nerves, vulnerability, and most of all, hope. She'll have her heart on her sleeve, hoping you'll give her a bit of an opening, a sign there's still a way forward. What the spirits are asking is that when that moment arrives, you act on your gut feeling, not your hurt. Take a deep breath and feel what your heart truly wants, beyond any bruised ego or pride. Your first response will be crucial and set the tone for everything that comes next. Keep in mind the strong, wise woman you've grown into. You don't have to give all the answers straight away, but you can be open to a fair dinkum chat. Chuck this video onto two mates who could do with a bit of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and support together. Drop a comment with a wish for your guiding spirit. Moving on, the spirits want you to brace yourself for a confession. When this person eventually gets to talk to you, she'll open up like never before. She'll admit how much she missed you, the mistake she made by pulling away, the fear that froze her. It'll be a moment of deep honesty, as she'll feel it's her one and only shot to fix things. She won't come with games or beating around the bush. She'll come with the bare truth, because she's realized it was a lack of truth that split you up in the first place. This chat could be a bit full-on, for both her and you. Allow yourself to listen, but also to feel. Will her words ring true? Will her heart seem genuinely sorry? Your gut feeling will be your most reliable guide. The spirits will be right there with you, wrapping you in clear-headedness and insight, so you can see past the words and feel the real intent behind them. This isn't the end of your story. It's the potential start of a fresh understanding, a new way of connecting. Built on the maturity you've both picked up during this time apart, the universe is offering you a chance, not to go back to the past, but to create a different future. Whether you take that chance or not is entirely up to you. All right, love, we're at the pointy end of this message, and the spirits want to wrap these words up with a boost of empowerment and clarity for your heart. Everything that's been laid out so far isn't meant to keep you stuck in the past or passively waiting. Quite the opposite, it's about setting you free, freeing you from doubt, uncertainty, the story that maybe the feeling wasn't real or mutual. It was real, it is real, and it's still echoing in that person's soul with extraordinary power. Her longing is undeniable proof of the deep impact you've had on her life. No one misses something that wasn't important. Understanding that she's on her own path of waking up and healing should bring peace to your spirit. It wasn't anything you did or didn't do. Her path with fear and pride was something she had to face on her own, so she could one day be ready for a mature, conscious love by your side. Now, the ball's in her court. The next play, the next move, is hers. She's been and is being constantly nudged by the universe, and the pressure to act is becoming unbearable. A reunion is just a matter of time. What the spirits are asking of you now is to really dig your heels in on your own worth. No matter what happens next, whether she comes back or not, whether you decide to give it another go or go your separate ways, you need to know in every fiber of your being that you are whole, worthy, and deserving of the most beautiful and genuine love there is. Your happiness can't and shouldn't be a result of her actions or decisions. Your happiness is a spring that bubbles up from within you. Her coming back might be a ripper addition to your life, the icing on the cake. But the cake, love, that's all you. You, with your strength, your light, your resilience, your capacity to love. When you live from that place of completeness, you become magnetic. You don't need to chase love anymore. Love chases you. Because the universe always tries to mirror on the outside the beauty we grow on the inside. So, your job now is to tend to your inner garden with the utmost care and dedication. Water yourself with self-love, fertilize with positive thoughts, and pull out the weeds of doubt and self-criticism. Let the sun of your joy shine brightly. When this person eventually turns up and the spirits confirm she will, she'll find you not as a woman anxiously waiting by the window, but as a queen busy in her own kingdom, happy and whole. And it'll be that sight of your completeness that makes her realize, once and for all, the treasure she risked losing. It'll be your independence that makes her want to be a part of your world. Not out of need, but out of admiration and a genuine desire to add to it. Be ready for a yarn that has the potential to heal old wounds and open doors to a new future. But go into that chat with an open heart and your eyes wide open too. Listen to your gut. It's the voice of your spirits telling you the truth. They'll guide you to make the decision that's best for your highest good. Trust yourself, trust the process, and above all, trust that true love, when it's meant to be, always, one way or another, finds its way back home. If this message hit home for you and your situation, chuck a comment below. What's true always finds its way. Share your experiences in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stuff. Cheers for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.